Pasi Konismäki is a welder with the Helsinki Public Works Department. Aged 54 and with 38 years of experience, he's considered to be a very important member of the team. In many European countries, people in their 50s, like Pasi, don't have a very good image. Too expensive, not flexible enough. They're pushed towards early retirement. In Finland, it's the opposite. Older people are valued because Finnish baby boomers are approaching retirement, but the reinforcements aren't there yet. As a result, Finland is adapting and developing programs to keep older people at work. It's motivating for me to come to work every morning and still feel useful. You know, in the 1970s, when you were 50, they tried to push you out of the door. The brains behind all the schemes for older workers in the country is this man, Juhani Ilmarinen. For a decade, he's been developing programs to extend the working life of older employees.
We have to get money for growing older. Life expectancies have been increasing all the time in Europe. So we have to be able to finance the longer life. And the only way to get the money is to work.
This problem concerns all countries in the European Union because to replace a generation, the birth rate must be 2.1. With a birth rate of 1.5 children in 2003, it'll be difficult for Europe to remain competitive and finance pensions. According to the experts, 1.7 would be a realistic ratio within the European Union. Today, 4 working people pay for the retirement of 1 pensioner, but if the retirement age stays the same, this ratio will be halved by 2050. That's why the European Commission is sounding the alarm and wants to encourage policies allowing people to have the number of children they desire.
We
need a global concept, a global response. Most importantly, a policy which makes life easier for families with children. A better balance has to be found between family life and professional life. This involves flexibility at work, more childcare, but also new concepts of life in an urban environment. A city can either be family-friendly or not. An example is Estonia, whose population fell by 13% between 1990 and 2003. The reason, emigration, but also a steep decline in the birth rate. In the 90s, Estonia was facing the threat of a demographic crash, but today the policies put in place by the Tallinn government, encouraging people to have more children, seem to be bearing fruit. The main method we've used is parental benefit, which means that one of the parents receives full compensation for the missing salary after a child is born. This compensation is envisaged for 1.5 years, and we're thinking about prolonging the period. Secondly, we're developing methods to better balance family and working life. Let's hope these initiatives will be enough to reverse the trend, because in the EU, forecasts are not encouraging. From 2010 on, there'll be more Europeans in their 60s than in their 20s. So in the 21st century, Europe faces a demographic challenge. In the meantime, older people have to stay healthy. 2 or 3 times a week, it's off to the fitness center for Pasi. And it's his company that pays the membership.